So I've already done a video on this issue of Charlie Hebdo and the award that they've received from the PEN American Center. Since that original video I put up, I've come across this article that got a lot of buzz, and it's by Francine Prose, who, if you've seen my video, you'll know that I pointed her name out because of being a writer with the last name Prose. She actually penned this article for The Guardian, and it is a disgusting article that we're going to go through. People have already pointed out this article and have gone through it and have said exactly why it's pretty disgusting. She has her defenders, naturally Glenn Greenwald, who, for the sake of saving time and not really going through how unbelievably unprincipled he is on this issue, we're just going to ignore him. I'll point out before we get to this article that the editor of Charlie Hebdo, Stéphane Charbonnier, was in the middle of writing a book on this exact issue of Islamophobia in the West, and what a ridiculous thing it is that the liberal media, and I say that by liberals in the media, defending as hard as they possibly can this special right for Islam to be exempt from criticism when it comes to religion. He was in the middle of writing a book on that when he was assassinated. There's an article on The Independent about it. It is unbelievably sad that this is a situation. And before we get to this article, I want to play a quick clip of Stéphane Charbonnier talking about the importance of free speech and his role at the publication.
Our job is not to defend freedom of speech, but without freedom of speech, we are dead. We can't live in a country without freedom of speech. I prefer to die than live like a rat. I don't know.
And to be afraid of speaking.
I haven't the time to be afraid. I have a paper to do.
Now that we've gotten to that video, I want to get to this article. The title of this article is, "I admire Charlie Hebdo's courage, but it does not deserve a PEN award." So with the subtitle, "The award is for writers and journalists who tell us the truth about the world in which we live, not drawing rude caricatures and mocking religion." So already, we're not even in the first paragraph, and this is going to be a repeat thing. But the point of this award is for freedom of expression and courage in expressing an opinion. And it's a little bit embarrassing that I, as just a random person, have to explain this to the former president of the PEN American Center. So let's get to this. "When I had learned that PEN had decided to award the Freedom of Expression and Courage Award to Charlie Hebdo, I was dismayed. I'd agreed to serve as the literary table host, and I wondered if I would do when the crowd rose to its feet to applaud the award being given in my name to what I felt was an appropriate recipient." So in your opinion, Francine Prose, they are ineligible to receive this award because of what they print. Because it's in your name. Which, if it was in your name, why do they still retain eligibility, since you're obviously against this? And in which case, you're no longer the president of the PEN American Center. So how is this at all your determination? So already, we're just a paragraph in, and there's already a lot of questions that I think that could be asked in this, because it seems to me that there's a lot of entitlement in this, despite the fact that she only has a fairly casual relationship with this organization now. She doesn't really understand either what this award is about. "Let me emphasize how strongly I believe in the ideals of PEN. For 2 years, I was president of the PEN American Center. I believe in the indivisibility of the right of free speech, regardless of whatever racist, blasphemous, or in any way disagreeable is being said. I was horrified by the tragic murders at the Charlie Hebdo office. I have nothing but sympathy for the victims and survivors. I abhor censorship of every kind, and I despise the use of violence as a means of enforcing silence. I believe that Charlie Hebdo has every right to publish what they wish." So I kind of doubt that you believe, honestly, that they should be allowed to publish what they want. I think you're in favor of blasphemy laws, but that's just speculation on my part. However, what I can say is that, no, you don't abhor censorship. I think that that's a little bit evident at this point, that you are not against censorship. You're fine with certain people being censored because you disagree with them. In which case, Charlie Hebdo is a perfect example. You believe that they're ineligible to receive this award, not because of the fact that, this man is a coward, because it's obvious through the video I just shown. He's not a coward. He's extremely brave in what he has to say, and in being the editor at this publication that was attacked by terrorists. So already we have a problem here, because you believe that they're ineligible because of what they say and what they print, or at least how you fucking interpret it as this foreign dipshit who can't understand that this is a foreign publication, that you look at these caricatures and go, oh my God, look at this. Look at how Islamophobic it is. But that is not the same feeling that Charlie Hebdo deserves an award. As a friend wrote me, the First Amendment guarantees the right of the neo-Nazis to march in Skokie, Illinois, but we don't give them an award. The bestowing of an award suggests to me a certain respect and admiration for the work that's being done and for the value of the work and though I admire the courage with which Charlie Hebdo has insisted on the right to provoke and challenge the doctrine, I do not feel that their work has the importance and necessity that would deserve such an honor. Well, it's a good thing that it's not really your arbitration then. You don't really get to decide what's what, so you can fuck right off. They decided. Whoever has that right within the Pan American Center, however that decision is made, they have decided that. Perhaps my sense of this will be clear if I mention the sort of writers and whistleblowers whom I think would be appropriate candidates. Edward Snowden, Chelsea Manning, the journalists who risked and in some cases lost their lives in the wars in the Middle East, or the extremely brave Lydia Cacho, who has fearlessly reported on the government corruption in Mexico, along with dozens and dozens of Mexican journalists who have been murdered for reporting on the narco wars. I agree. I honestly think that Edward Snowden, although actually, wait a minute, Edward Snowden didn't report it, but okay, well they were whistleblowers. Okay, so Edward Snowden and Chelsea Manning, although they're not writers, I mean, okay, fine. I mean, the journalists, yes, there's no way that I can disagree with that. They honestly, especially the people in Mexico that are dying by the score for trying to report on what's happening there, they do show courage in this. And so, okay, fine. What's wrong with 2016? What's wrong with 2017 for the Pan American Center Courage Award? What's wrong with those years? What happened to the years before when this was actually more relevant with Chelsea Manning and Edward Snowden compared to this year and the attack that happened at Charlie Hebdo? That has some relevance to this year. And nothing stopping the Pan American Center from giving Chelsea Manning or Edward Snowden or these other individuals an award in some later year. Why is this such an issue now? I have been deeply shocked to read and hear some critics say that the position that I have taken, along with other writers, amounts to endorsement of terrorism. Nothing could be further from the truth. But I also don't feel that it's the mission of PEN to fight the war on terrorism. That is the role of our government. Weird point there. I'm not sure I'm following. Our job in presenting the award is to honor writers and journalists who are saying things that need to be said, who are working actively to tell us the truth in the world in which we live. That is important work, and it requires perseverance and courage. And this is not quite the same as drawing crude caricatures and mocking religion. Do I have to play the video again in which I point out that this award is for bravery in the face of adversity? And I dare anyone to find someone more deserving of this award than Charlie Hebdo when it comes to courage. I dare anyone to find any other example that even is equitable to what happened at Charlie Hebdo in France. Find anything. Francine Prose, you're full of shit. If you want to give an award to some other person, again, it's not by your right that this person is given an award. There's obviously some process that you are not part of because you believe they are ineligible, but they're still receiving an award. You have other people that you think deserve it more, but they're not receiving it. So it's not your fucking decision. It's not being done, quote, by you in your name. So what the fuck are you talking about? The bitterness and rage of the criticism that we've received point out how difficult people find it to think with any clarity on the issues and how easy it has been for the media and our culture to fan the flames of prejudice against Islam. I'm not following. As a result, many innocent Muslims have been tarred with the brush of Islamic extremism. What does that have to do with this? What does that have to do with this award? I don't understand where you're going with this. Okay, let's say that let's bring up the Sikh temple shooting in the United States of America. Okay, this was awful. This is a terrible situation. That this nut job shot these poor Sikhs and he thought they were Muslim. There's an example of prejudice in the United States. What does that have to do with a French fucking publication, lady? What the fuck are you talking about? The narrative of the Charlie Hebdo murders, white Europeans killed in their offices by Muslim extremists. Okay, I don't know why we're emphasizing white Europeans, since as far as I know, not all of them were white either. Is one that feeds neatly into cultural prejudices that have allowed our government to make so many disastrous mistakes in the Middle East.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
What the fuck did Charlie Hebdo have to do with Iraq? What the fuck did this French publication that is leftist as shit, that goes out of its way to antagonize all religions, and it goes after specifically the French right wing? Did they show up in our Congress and vote for fucking Iraq? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is going on in your head? What the fuck is wrong with you, Francine Prose? And the idea that one is either for us or against us in such matters not only precludes rational creative thinking, that's your fucking stance. That's your fucking stance. You believe that these individuals are ineligible to receive this award because of what they publish. You are the one with this for us or against us perspective. You, Francine Prose, are censoring and trying to create this barrier in this safe space in which certain publications are not eligible to be recognized in any meaningful way because of what they publish. This is projection to such an extreme. In such matters that not only precludes rational and careful thinking, but also has a chilling effect on the exercise of our right to free expression and free speech that all of us and the people at Penn are working so tirelessly to guarantee. Bitch, you are crazy. You are having a chilling effect on the exercise of our right to free expression. If I have the absolute right to criticize Islam. I mean, I can't really speak for other countries, but I can speak for the United States of America, which the Penn American Center, I would assume, is part of. We have the absolute right. Read the fucking Constitution, lady. We have that absolute right. And the fact that you think that by invoking the freedom of expression, at least on my part, that's having a chilling effect on freedom of expression when you're calling for these people to be censored, you are fucking crazy. You have some insane cognitive dissonance going on in your mind right now. Do you not understand subjectivity? Do you understand that you don't get to decide what's true or not, or good or bad, or what should be published, what shouldn't? You are fucking insane, and you are the one having a chilling effect on everyone's right for free speech. You, not Charlie Hebdo. Charlie Hebdo was showing what it means to stand up to fascism. Unlike you, that protects it, coddles it, and apologizes for it.